So much happening this week, but all good things. It's Kyle, Brian, and Sarah on Mix 101.5. Not only do we have a chance for you to win $1,000 on Friday via our Whodunit contest, also coming up today just after 8 o'clock, we have Pink tickets.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to be here in a couple weekends, not for one night, but 2 nights at the Lenovo Center. Tickets to that show just after 8 with the three of us. In the meantime, happy Monday, and congratulations to all the State Fair vendors for your unbelievable effort the last 10 days. And I saw the headline this morning, record-setting year for many of the vendors out there and record-setting profits because, let's be honest, we had 10 days of unbelievable weather. Yesterday, I know it was a little bit cool outside, but it did not rain. So congrats for all those people showing up, working long days, the hustle you saw in these individuals' faces to make it happen, really unbelievable.
And Steve Troxler, whenever he came by the Sky Gazer, then whenever Brian was living his worst life, I mentioned to him, I said Tuesday, because we were talking about how big the fair had been this year, and I was like, honestly, Tuesday I took my son midday. Usually that's a pretty slow time, but it was packed. He's like, apparently we set a record on Tuesday for the busiest Tuesday of the fair ever.
Well, I know Trox was happy. He mentioned it several times, like you mentioned when I was living my worst life, and the weather was just begging for people to come out.
Absolutely.
It just rolled out the red carpet and said, come get some trans fats.
We were living that San Diego life, sunny and 70 something for 9 straight days, except for yesterday. Either way.
Now that these vendors have made so much money, where do you think they'll put the money? Do you think next year when we go to the fair, these vendors are gonna like supersize their setups?
I feel like they're going to make because they all have RVs. It's going into those RVs.
I will say, some of the setups this year I thought were next level for some of these. I thought would be smaller vendors. No. Their setups were spectacular. So with that, if you were one of those vendors making it happen all day long for 10 days straight, good for you. For the three of us, it was also quite the run because Sarah won a pie contest.
Sure did.
Good for you. And Brian did the State Fair Sky Gazer bit where we raised a ton of food, collected a ton of food, 21,000 pounds in less than 2 hours. Can't wait to hear that final total.
I know
it's ended up being over like 100,000 pounds, but the final total not in quite yet.
Okay.
Can't wait to hear it. Also, meanwhile, Brian had himself quite the couple days because he did the State Fair Sky Gazer. But right before that, he got lost trying to get back out to his car for about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Way to
times.
go, Brian. Sorry to bring it up
times.
I was saying earlier today on our show, he could write an elf-like book about his trip and journeying back to the car where it's like
the seven
levels of the apple cider forest through the sea of swirly, twirly Dole Whip drops.
And
I finally found the Pacifica.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
And he went through the spinning tunnels of the fun house.
Exactly. Either way, we say goodbye to the North Carolina State Fair. Some of you may have heard this, but it has become an annual tradition. Time to cue up Zach Brown bands.
Zach Brown Band.
Zach Brown Band, baby.
Goodbye, Fair.
Goodbye, Fair.
Bye, Fair.
It's funny how it's the little things in life that mean the most. It's a blue ribbon hog, deep fried hot dog, a little ketchup on your clothes. There's no dollar sign on being refined, sprinkling bacon on your Spam. And if you agree, then I guarantee you're sad and waving goodbye to everything on a stick and fried. Spending hours at traffic lights, days of Dukes that don't fit right, and all the free stuff. I love to see the parents' eyes. $100 so their kid gets a prize. When the SpongeBob double their size. So long, State Fair.
Way to drag that R out.
Isn't that what you do when
Nothing says Southern like a really long R. Or a pirate R. I want to know if anybody got the $67 crab leg.
Is that how much they cost?
Yes.
I did not know it was that expensive.
Oak City Fish and Chips, man, they were going big.
You know, I heard
that better be an ethereal experience.
I heard that rendition. I'm surprised you weren't invited to the Carolina benefit concert a couple nights ago. Why did Luke Combs and Eric Church not reach out to you after hearing that? Thank you, Brian.
They probably heard what I've said about country music in the past.
They probably did.
Could have been
All right. Just